Yeah, hi there, and these comments are for my YouTube subscribers, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT. This is the best online course on the internet, I'm telling you. Of course I'm biased because I created it, but it is. Now, if you're watching this video, you will see me give some feedback to my online TOEFL course students. They will be completing pronunciation practice, they will be completing independent, maybe integrated speaking practice tests, and I will be giving them feedback. Now, if you're interested in practicing TOEFL speaking, if you want to get over 26, go over to my website at onlinetoeflcourse.com, and you can certainly join my course just like these students. Now here's a catch. I don't want you to be misled in any way here. Once you become one of my students, unlike a lot of TOEFL courses, you can send me speaking practice tests and I will give you comments. But here's my rule. 1. Do not send me more than one speaking practice test every 24 hours, and then I will give you feedback on that. Then you can send me another one, and so on. So I like to give my students as much practice as possible, but don't send me more than one practice test on a day-to-day basis. Alright, so let's get to our first student here. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Raphael, and I am Michael. And how are you doing today? And you completed, it looks like you're doing some pronunciation practice, and I'm going to go ahead and listen to it now. So you're focusing, it looks like, on the j, like judge, and then the zh, as in measure. You're focusing on these palatal consonants here. So let's see how you did this voice recording exercise.
Lesson 16, Exercise 2.
Okay.
Depending on the accuracy of the measurements, estimates range from at least 4,000 to 6,000 languages in the world.
Okay.
Either way, this is still quite a large number. Usually, languages vary greatly in size. We go all the way from English and Spanish with hundreds of millions of speakers around the world. Even more if we count all those who use one of these regularly as a second language, down to small languages spoken by a few thousand or a few hundred people.
You say that word hundred people.
Many go down lower than this. Some languages are spoken natively by only a couple dozen or so people, verging on extinction.
Now when you say verging on extinction, because that's a thought group and you're pausing before your subject, your tone needs to rise a little bit. So you'll say verging on extinction, languages like this may go down to a single speaker.
Languages like this may go down to a single speaker.
Good. And then languages like this, not this, but this. Overall, you seem to understand how to pronounce these two sounds in the lesson, so very nicely done there. Alright, see if we can go to the next one. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Brian, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-Step System to Pass a TOEFL IBT. So you're doing pronunciation lesson number 13, exercise 1 and 2. So let's start with the first one. Okay, here we go.
The coach should watch the watch before he matches it to a fashion patch.
Okay, now I want to go ahead and figure out which one you're doing here. Yeah, that CH sound is hard for you, so it may take some practice. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay, my job is to see how you're doing with this. Okay, let's go to the first one.
The coach should watch the watch before he matches it to a fashion patch.
Okay, let's try these words in isolation. Coach, wash, watch, matches, fashion, patch. So you're about 50-50 on this. You're still having trouble, but let's keep going.
It is a chore to show the child with the shoes that it wears at the seashore.
Just try these again. Chore, show, chow, shoes, seashore.
She shags, shaves, shears, and chooses which beans to cash in at the market.
Not bad. To cash in. Cash in at the market.
She brought a cheat sheet which matches the test question in her class.
Okay, she brought a cheat sheet which matches the test questions in her class.
Cheryl likes cherries, cheese, chips, and chip sherbet.
Very good tone on that last one. A, B, C, D. When you got to the final item, you dropped your tone a little bit, so not bad. Sherry likes cherries, cheese, chips, and cheap sherbet. All right, let's go to the next one. So this is, I think, voice recording number 2 for the same lesson. So let's see what we have here.
Too many chicks, the ambition is to show enough wealth so they can live comfortably with the family and not have to worry about how to pay bills on a monthly. Too many chicks, the ambition is to show enough wealth.
Say the word show, is to show enough wealth.
So they can live comfortably with the family and not have to worry about how to pay bills on a monthly basis.
And take the word bills, not bills, but bills. Bills on a monthly basis.
This definition of sure success can be achieved.
Can be achieved. Achieved.
But is it by hard work or is it by luck? The answer is neither. Success can be achieved by working smarter, not harder, and luck plays no role in this calculated effort.
Okay, let's read this one again. 3, 2, 1. Too many sheiks. The ambition is to show enough wealth so they can live comfortably with their family and not have to worry about how to pay bills on a monthly basis. This definition of sure success can be achieved, but is it by hard work or is it by luck? The answer is neither. Success can be achieved by working smarter, not harder, and luck plays no role in this calculated effort. All right, let's keep going. So now we're doing Speak Clear lesson number 29. Now what you just did, so let me just give you some feedback. So I think the CH and the SH on a scale of 1 to 10, you're still maybe 50% on this one. You still need practice with the CH and the SH sound. So something as you're doing additional voice recording exercises in my different lessons, you will see a lot of words begin with these two sounds. So keep paying more attention to the CH and the SH sound. And if you have any problems, I will bring them out as I listen to your recordings. Okay, let's see which one this one is.
As more and more cities need to be supplied with water.
Okay, now let me find this. Give me just a quick second. Got it. Okay, here we go.
As more and more cities need to be supplied with water.
When you say the word cities, not cities, but cities. Cities.
There are more people that need to be fed with food run on irrigating farms.
Okay.
That means more dams are needed.
Dams. This means more dams are needed.
Dams save up water
Dams. You're not making that long enough. Dams save up
for
water
dry seasons.
for dry seasons.
They prevent wasteful floods and supply water
Floods. They prevent wasteful floods.
to power plants. Therefore,
Hey, good job on your P sounds. Power plants. You're remembering to pronounce your P with more air. I like it. And guess what? It sounded natural.
they may be threatened by flooding. However, a hydroelectric dam is built in mountainous land
Mountainous. I think stress in the beginning of mountainous land.
where the water will have a steep drop that will build up pressure to keep the turbines turning fast. Also, it is important to make sure there is enough water above.
Now, you said that a little bit too fast. It is important to make sure. It is important to make sure.
To make a dam worthwhile. In addition, the rock of the river beds must be solid enough to provide a good foundation for the dam.
Okay, so let's read this one more time. 3, 2, 1. As more and more cities need to be supplied with water, there are more people that need to be fed with food grown in irrigated farms. This means more dams are needed. Dams save up water for dry seasons. They prevent wasteful floods and supply water to power plants. Therefore, picking the location for a new dam is very important. For example, a flood control dam may be built close to a city where property may be threatened by flooding. However, a hydroelectric dam is built in mountainous land, where the water will have a steep drop that will build up pressure to keep the turbines turning fast. Also, it is important to make sure there is enough water to make a dam worthwhile. In addition, the rock of the riverbed must be solid enough to provide a good foundation for the dam. All right, and thank you, Brian. Okay, we'll go to the next one. Brian's working hard, but it will take him some time to solve some of those pronunciation problems. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Emily, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. And don't worry about emailing me your speaking. You can do that, but I got a rule. Only send me one practice test every 24 hours, or I'm not going to have enough time to give everybody comments. So tomorrow, I want you to resend me practice test 2, and then the next day, send me practice test 3. All right, so right now, I'm going to listen to your independent speaking practice test number 1. So don't forget, Emily, tomorrow send me number 2, then the next day number 3. I know you haven't sent any for a while, but if everybody sends everything all at the same time, I get bogged down. It takes me hours and hours and hours, and I just don't have enough time in a day, so I have to be honest with you, all right? Okay, so let's go ahead and listen to this one. Okay, let me take a look at the speaking prompt here for just a minute. So let me go into my list here. It says, you know, there's over 300 speaking topics, right? Number 1, describe a place you visited as a child. What is your favorite memory while visiting this place? Here we go. Can we go back to the, okay, here, where is it, right?
My favorite place that I visited when I was a child was a city called Cluj-Napoca.
Okay.
It is a beautiful city located in the Transylvania area in Romania. What I liked about this city...
Transylvania? Wow. Now, in American culture, we got all these crazy stories about Transylvania and about all how the vampires and all that. You probably heard people say that 1,000 times, right? I shouldn't be saying that. I shouldn't bring that up. Okay, now the point is here, when you're speaking in the beginning here, you got to put a little more energy, a little more emotion into what you're saying. Your tone is not... You're not varying your tone like you need to, so that's something you definitely can work on. Let me go back to the beginning.
My favorite place that I visited when I was a child was a city called Cluj-Napoca. It is a beautiful city located in the Transylvania area in Romania.
Okay.
What I liked about this city was that is a historical place. The city has old buildings that are remodeled. When I visit...
Now, so far, you're not describing anything. Now, if I think of Transylvania, I think of trees and forest and dark skies. I think of castles. But you have to try to give me some description of what it looks like. So, and your strategy here is to try to focus on something specific.
Visit the city. I also had the opportunity to visit the Museum of History.
Okay.
And this was a very nice experience for me.
Now, this is what I would do. I would probably focus around that. So in the beginning of your response, say, well, a place I visited when I was a child was the Museum of History in Transylvania, Romania. And then the rest of your response, you describe the museum a little bit. You describe what it looked like when you went in. And then you explain your favorite memory.
That I will remember forever.
All right, so what do we have?
My favorite place that I visited.
Okay, what I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and give you a score on this, and I'm going to click on the rubrics here for just a minute. Now, you may want to sit down here, because sometimes my comments can be very shocking to some of my students, at least in the sense that I can be very direct. What works, works. What doesn't, and I will be honest and tell you exactly kind of what's going on here. Okay, the biggest problem you're having right now is topic development. This is the #1 concern I have, and also language use. Now, what it means for topic development is you didn't really address both parts of the task. You weren't specific enough in your details, first of all, to describe the place, and you weren't specific in what your favorite memory was while visiting the museum. So right now your vocabulary is very basic, it's very general, and it's going to be hard for you to answer these questions that require very specific detail unless you somehow improve that vocabulary. The good news is the vocabulary part of my course, I have over 1,700 words that you can learn there in vocabulary lesson 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you feel like you don't have enough vocabulary to fully explain your ideas, then you need to go back to the vocabulary section, because that's going to help you in that area. It takes time. but that's something that you want to do. So that's also language use suggestion I gave you. Deliveries, I pointed out, you need to work on varying your intonation a little more than what you did. So you can go to pronunciation lessons 36 through 40 to get some more tips on intonation, and specifically how to vary your intonation when you speak. Now, in addition to that, I recommend right now watch a lot of TV, watch movies, listen to the radio, do everything you can to get more listening, to natural sounding English. And as you listen to more English, it will help you to gradually, step by step, to change your non-native speaker accent, and you will be able to speak more naturally in time. The key is right now a lot of exposure. You need a lot of exposure to your brain right now. Your score here, I'm going to put you at about 2.1 out of 4, 17 points out of 30 on this practice test. Okay, let me see if I have any more speaking. I have at least one more here. Okay.
Lesson 13, Exercise 2.
Okay.
Too many shakes.
Yeah, hi there. I think I did that one. Don't have to worry about that.
I remember when I was
Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Michelle, and I'm going to listen to your independent speaking practice test number 111. So let's take a look at what this one is first. Talk about a difficult decision that you had to make in your life. Explain why it was difficult and how the decision affected your life. Okay. So here we go.
I remember when I was in the university and I had a hard decision to make. I was on the second year of pharmacy school and I was invited to take an English course abroad for a year with all the expenses paid. Despite that it was a great opportunity to learn English fluently.
Now wait a minute. Maybe language use error. Hold on. And remember, take notes.
Despite that it was a great opportunity to learn English fluently on the expenses paid. Despite it was a great opportunity to learn English.
Despite it was a great opportunity to learn English, you can't do that. Despite is a preposition, Michelle. It needs to introduce an object. So instead of despite it was a good opportunity, you want to say although it was a good opportunity. So you want to make sure you understand the difference between prepositions and subordinating conjunctions. Now, I know they have similar meanings. You're trying to show unexpected result. But grammatically, the way that you said that is a grammar error, a language use error. So use caution, right? Try not to make these kinds of errors on the TOEFL exam because it definitely will kill your speaking score pretty quickly, especially if you want to get over 26.
Fluently, I would have to delay my graduation for a year and probably to have my dating broke up.
So I'm guessing here you might be in the library doing this one, so it's hard for me to monitor your delivery and your pronunciation when you're not speaking loud enough. I know you can speak loudly and I know you can do that, but maybe here you're not able to.
After thinking a month about the pros and cons of this proposal, I finally accepted it. Therefore, I could have a unique learning experience abroad, and after returning to my country, everything was set much better than I thought. I was able to find a very good job because of my English skill, where I met the man of my life, who became my husband.
You got it. Good job.
I remember.
Okay, so I think on this one, again, because you're not speaking loud enough, you're having some delivery problems, which means you need to vary your intonation a little bit more. You need to make sure you're pausing after each thought group. You can go to pronunciation lessons 41 through 44 if you need some more tips on thought groups and blending. So you could do better in that area, but like I said, it was probably because you couldn't speak loud enough anyway. You had one language use error, at least one that I was able to notice. And overall, I think that you answered the question. I'm going to put you at about 3.0 out of 4, 23 points out of 30 on this practice test. Okay, that might be all the speaking I need to grade for today. There it is. Let me double check my email here, see if I got it all done. Here we go. Got one. Got another one here.
In my view, it's very.
Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Kiro, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. So let me go ahead and take a look. I'm not sure what this practice test is. Oh, it's number 1, right? Okay, so let's take a look at what the question is first. And welcome to my online course, by the way. Now, here's the thing. If you know anybody else who's interested in improving their speaking or their pronunciation and they really want to get a high score in the TOEFL, tell him or her about my online TOEFL course. Just tell them to go to onlinetoeflcourse.com and they can learn more about my system. All right, here we go.
In my view, it's very hard to forget when I went with my family to a small village for 2 reasons. First one,
No, it isn't. Why is this your favorite memory? You're missing the point here. If you look at the question again, Kiro, the question is describe a place you visited. And then the second part of the question is, what is your favorite memory now? If you say, well, it's my favorite memory for 2 reasons, you're just memorizing. You have a certain template. And this is why I do not recommend that students memorize templates for TOEFL speaking, because you try to use a template that doesn't fit the speaking task. And guess what? It kills your writing score. I have over 300 topics here, and these topics are not going to be exactly the same. And when you take the TOEFL IBT exam, you will find that the topics are very different from one TOEFL test to the next. So you can't just memorize a certain way to begin all independent speaking
my
tasks.
first experience to live inside a village, and I saw animals like cows, dogs, donkeys, and also I saw wide area of green.
Now, I like how you name those animals. That's a good strategy. The more specific you can be, the better it's going to be.
Second reason, I tried fresh foods like.
The second reason of what? The second reason why you enjoyed visiting that? If that's what you're doing, you're not answering the question. The question is, what is your favorite memory? Describe a place you visited. So really, you're not on task. You're not answering this question.
For example, milk and fruits, apple. So
You want to say apple, not apple, but apple.
it was very delicious and I enjoyed a lot. That is why I couldn't forget these days.
Okay, so let's just look at the rubrics here and see if I can get you going in the right direction here. Now remember, as you do your speaking practice, take notes. I recommend that you keep a speaking journal, and typically I will give you comments in terms of delivery, language use, and topic development. Topic development is the big problem for this one. First of all, you didn't describe the place. Second of all, you did not give a favorite memory. You weren't specific enough on either one of those parts of the speaking task. So that brings down your score, right? Delivery. You can definitely work on your pronunciation. This is very, very serious issue with you. If you haven't done my pronunciation pretest, do that. Send it to me. I'll listen to it. But spend, right now, what I would do, spend half of your time right now when you're doing speaking. About half of your time in my website, practice pronunciation, and then half of the time, practice speaking. That would probably be a pretty good rule of thumb for you right now. Now, if your pronunciation were really good, I wouldn't say that, but you do need more practice in that area. Your score here, I'm going to put you at about 1.5 out of 4, 11 points out of 30 on this practice test. Okay, I think I'm just about done with my speaking. I'm going to check. And typically what I do with all my writing practice tests, because I simply cannot score them all, I have a teaching assistant who does that on a day-to-day basis. So he handles all of the writing, and then I do all of the speaking. I think we are good. Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Khalif, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass the TOEFL IBT. Now remember my rule here. I'm going to give you one basic rule with speaking and writing. Just send me one writing and one speaking practice test every day. In this case, you're sending me 3 writing practice tests and 3 speaking. That's too much. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and have my TA do the writing, and he will score those. But tomorrow, you can send me speaking practice test number 2. And then maybe on Sunday you can send me speaking practice test number 3, and then I will grade them then, because I just don't have enough time to do it all today, all right? So just 1 per day. All right, let's do your speaking task number 1 first. Let's see what we have. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and download. Okay, here we go.
When I was a child.
Okay, so you're answering, describe a place you visited as a child. What is your favorite memory while visiting this place? Okay, here we go.
I traveled to a lot of places, and one of those places was the United States.
I would say one of these. I almost know you're saying this places, but these. One of these places.
The trip to the United States happened when I was in junior high school, and it was my first time going out of my country.
Okay.
And the first time
Now you're taking way too long to get to your details. Remember, you have to describe the place. So you can't give all that background information, because if you do, then you don't have enough time to actually describe it, at least not in 45 seconds. So you have to say, a place I visited in the United States was, and then mention it, and then immediately, after about 5 seconds, start in the description of the place.
use my English knowledge to talk with people. What makes the trip memorable was because
You see, you didn't even answer the first part of the question. Describe the place. You can't do it. So you have to do something like this. You might want to say, well, a place I visited as a child, was the San Diego Zoo in Southern California. First of all, when I went into the zoo, I saw a lot of trees, I saw green grass, there were some creeks, there were some rivers, and then there were different exhibits. Inside of these cages were different animals from all different areas of the world. So you need to take some time to describe the place first, and then you can talk about what your favorite memory is.
because I went to a lot of places such as Universal Studios and Disneyland, which
Nah, see, you're talking about too many different things. Universal Studios, Disneyland, you're killing your speaking score. There's no way that you can explain all those ideas. You need to be very, very focused. Think about it. What can you do in 45 seconds and have specific details and examples to explain those ideas? You can't do very much. You have to be very, very focused.
Indonesia don't have. So there is a lot of new experience for me in that trip, and that's why the trip is my favorite trip.
All right. So let's look at the rubrics. I will attach those to this email too, so you can take a look at it. Big trouble, my friend. Big, 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 big trouble. So first of all, topic development. You're having a lot of problems with topic development. You really did not answer the question on either side of the question, so you didn't have a lot of details in there. You talked about a lot of big things, but didn't really focus your ideas very well. So language use. Your vocabulary when you're speaking, it tends to be very basic and not very precise, so you need to do a little bit better in that area. Delivery's not bad, but I think you can definitely work on your intonation, so you can go to pronunciation lessons 36 through 40. All right? So what do you do now? Tomorrow, send me speaking practice test number 2, and I will give you some feedback on that. And then on Sunday, you can send me speaking practice test number 3. So what can you learn today about my rule? My rule is, so what I'm trying to do here, Khalif, is I want to make sure I can give all of my students enough feedback to help everybody. I don't want any one student trying to get me too busy. So just send one writing and one speaking each day. Now, I will send my teaching assistant the writing that you completed, but from now on, just send me one practice test at a time. Okay? All right. And your score here, if I didn't give it to you, I can't remember here. Let me go back. almost forgot. On a scale of 1 to 4, 4 being the highest you can get, I'm going to put you to about 2.1 out of 4, 17 points out of 30 on this particular practice test. So to be honest with you, your speaking skills on this one were not very good. All right? And I'm going to forward this to my TA and he will do the writing. Okay, I think I'm just about done with the speaking. Okay, I'm good.